COVID-19 and associated government lockdowns, we've seen the loudest individuals on the political left capitalize on these lockdowns and say it's time for a revolution. Recently, a George Soros-backed environmentalist group known as Project Syndicate has started to advocate for a new kind of lockdown once we emerge from the COVID-19 pandemic. According to this organization, the world is approaching a dramatic breaking point in the time of raging wildfires, catastrophic storms, and shifting Arctic ice. Time for a climate lockdown in a state of climate emergency in a last-ditch effort to save the planet. In the words of Project Syndicate, a climate lockdown would mean the government banning private use of vehicles, banning any consumption of red meat, and imposing extreme energy saving standards, not to mention eliminating fossil fuels entirely. Their main argument centers around the fact that, in their words, a climate lockdown is also a lockdown for public health. Project Syndicate believes that global warming and climate change is decreasing the amount of available water that's able to be consumed by humanity. And some of the most radical projections that exist say by the year 2070, 3.5 billion people across the planet will be unable to live in their current location because of unbearable heat. It's not time for a climate lockdown. It probably never will be. And the reality is, lockdowns associated with COVID-19 have caused a lot more problems than they've solved. Economic devastation, a mental health crisis never before seen, and an uptick in crime are only 3 examples of how dramatically lockdowns have harmed humanity, not just in the United States, but around the world. A climate lockdown would inevitably only do the same thing and is a terrible idea coming from the political left.